With an 800-pound weight rating and an easy, do-it-yourself installation, TracRac's new T-Rac Pro2 clamp-on system is a great option for someone looking for a rugged, semi-permanent, medium-duty truck rack for a pickup bed. Catered to your particular truck, the T-Rac Pro2 offers 4 different sizes to accommodate most trucks, from older models to brand new pickups. The T-Rac Pro2 range of racks essentially comes pre-assembled out of the box. To finish constructing the overheads, attach the black cleats to the legs using an Allen key and the small Allen bolt. For the strongest possible connection, use a torque wrench and tighten these Allen bolts to 6 foot-pounds of torque. Loosely fasten a nut onto the smallest of the Loctite coated Allen bolts, and sit a nut and bolt combination into each cutout on the sides of the crossbar bracket with the nut facing upwards. Position the nuts so they are flush with the channel on the bottom of the crossbar, and slide them into the channel. The angles in the bracket should mesh nicely with the angles on the crossbar. If the angles aren't matching, your crossbar may be upside down. Insert the end cap into the crossbar so the flat side of the tab is facing the bottom of your crossbar, then fasten it in place using the small Allen bolt. Repeat these steps for the other 3 corners of the uprights, and their pre-assembly will be complete. With the legs attached to the crossbar, place the mounting bases of the rack on top of your bed rails. Adjust the leg spread so the edges of the base unit sit flush against your bed rails, then slide the protective rubber pad underneath the base. The rounded side of the pad should face up, fitting nicely into the concave section of the base unit. Thread a bolt through the bottom of one of the clamps, just enough so the tip of the threads protrude from the bolt hole. Place the clamp so the top section sits in the channel on top of the upright's base, and the threads are underneath your bed rail. Sit a clamp foot on top of the threads, and begin tightening the Allen bolt to compress the mounting base and the clamp together, with the metal of your bed rail in between. For the most secure connection, TracRac recommends using a torque wrench to tighten the bolts to 10 foot-pounds each. Repeat the clamping process for the other bases. The clamps closest to your tailgate are required to be a minimum of 7 inches apart from each other, while the clamps nearest to the cab have a required 3-inch minimum distance between them. Anything under these measurements will reduce the 800-pound load capacity. The extra pair of clamps and small bed rail brackets are provided for mounting a toolbox. Sit the toolbox bracket on top of its small rubber pad approximately 4 to 5 inches behind the upright base, then clamp it to your bed rail in the same way the overhead mounting feet were attached. The threaded holes on the top of the clamps are where the toolbox will be bolted into. Align your toolbox using the 2 outer brackets, mark the drilling locations on your toolbox, and drill the holes. Using the provided washer and button head cap screw, tighten the bolts to 14 pounds of torque. Take a measurement and adjust the crossbar positioning to ensure the hangover on either edge of the bar is even. When you are confident the crossbar is placed correctly, you can tighten down all of the Allen bolts connecting the legs to the crossbars. Again, the strongest way to connect the crossbars to the uprights is using a torque wrench to torque the Allen bolts to 27 foot-pounds. Find the cutout in the channel on the bottom of the crossbars and slide a square nut along the channel to each corner of the rack. Use a short Loctite bolt and washer to fasten the flat side of the corner brace to the nut in the channel, then slide the brace so the bolt hole on the opposite side of the brace lines up with the bolt hole in the upright. Use one of the longer Loctite bolts to fasten the brace to the upright. The T-Rac Pro2 system comes with 2 pairs of crossbar tie-downs, making a set for each upright. These mount using a twist knob and sliding bolt on one side, and a sliding tab on the other. Slide a T-bolt through the hole in the tie-down and slide the T-section into the channel on your crossbar, followed by the tab on its base. Once you have the tie-down in your desired position, use the threaded black twist knobs to secure the tie-down in place. If you have any questions about TracRac's clamp-on T-Rac Pro2 system, or to find the particular fit for your truck, give us a call at 1-800-272-5362, or check out our online fit guides at rackwarehouse.com.